Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to check this video out. I really appreciate it. And today got a really good one. I'm going to share with you guys one of my favorite fall time. It's a swim bait, but it's actually more than a swim bait. There's some elements to the thing that sets it apart from other ones. So I'm going to go over what it is, show you how to fish it, and just give you all the juice on it. And real quick, if you guys are interested in ordering any of this particular thing that I'm going to show you, I know they do have them in stock at Bait Works here in Springfield, Missouri, so I'll include a link in the description if you guys would like to order through there. It really is a good way to support the channel here. So anyway, let's talk about this a little bit. This one I'm going to show you guys is a Finesse Swimbait setup. And Finesse Swimbaits are one of those lure categories that have really taken off just in the last 5 years. There's been a lot of evolution in the small swimbait technology. You know, Kitech had led the way for a long time. Megabass has got good stuff. Some other Japanese companies and a lot of the domestic companies also have some knockoffs of them. But anyway, this 2.5 to 3 inch swim bait, Finesse swim bait, has just been a deadly bait all over the country. You know, I'll give you some tips on fishing it. So specifically what I'm going to show you here is the Megabass Okashira screwhead. And the Hazendong shad, the Megabass Hazendong shad that goes with us. I'm gonna show you guys how to rig it. But the thing that makes this thing unique is the spinner on the thing, that's on the head of it like that. And this, guys, I'm telling you right now, this thing is a deadly in the fall time of the year, specifically like in early fall up until when that water temperature starts to drop below, say, 55 degrees from now until, say, the 1st of November, something like that. The areas that I like to fish this thing in are areas that are a little bit more stained than what most people fish a swim bait, a finesse swim bait. A lot of people think of a finesse swim bait as a clear water technique, which it is. It works better in water visibilities like 3 to 8 feet, something like that. But this Okashira Megabass screwhead, it works good down in water visibilities down to maybe 2 feet in that type of zone. And one of the ways I really like to fish it is around boat docks in the fall. You can swim this thing next to boat docks in that, you know, 2 to 3 foot of visibility, and it's deadly. So I'll sort of show you how to rig the thing a little bit here. First thing I like to do with it is, this is the Hazendong shad the way it comes naturally. But when I'm rigging it on this screw head right here, I like to bite the head of it off there to make it, actually, well, I've got some scissors here. I'll just cut it to show you. But I want to see, this is how I fish it like this when I'm drop shotting it. But when I'm fishing on a swim bait head, I cut it off just below the eyes where I've got a flat surface like that. And then big key here, guys, is when you're rigging this thing, you have got to come through absolutely perfectly straight on the back. Because if you're off just the slightest amount, the bait's not going to run straight. So spend a lot of time trying to get this sucker on straight. And then you want to rig it up where it sets completely level across the top. So that's sort of the look that you've got on this thing. And sometimes you have to adjust it because you don't want this thing, the plastic real tight against the spinner, because the spinner won't spin if it's a little bit too tight to it. So you just want to make sure that spinner's spinning good. So anyway, I'm fishing this setup on usually 6 to 8 pound test line, you know, Seaguard Invezex fluorocarbon, usually the Megabass whipstakes 6'10" spinning rod. And I like to fish it around main lake and secondary points if it's got some wind on it, shallow. A lot of these swim baits without the spinner on them, you know, I'll fish them deeper off those point end and sides, you know, like in that, you know, 10 to 30 foot zone in the fall time. But this thing, since it's actually like a cross between a spinner bait and a swim bait, I find it works really good when those fish are shallower. Like I said, getting in there in that 2 to 5 foot zone, low light conditions, when you got some wind coming in against the bank, deadly on points in the fall time of the year. My main 2 things are fishing docks and points with it. Not the piling type docks, but if you have floating docks, marina type docks, sea walls, that type of stuff, really good with that. Also, this little sucker is deadly on riprap. If you've got riprap where your water visibility is 2 to 4 foot, I just fish it real slow just off the bottom down riprap. But Megabass Okashira screwhead, just a deadly bait. I actually saw how effective this was back when Edwin Evers was with Megabass. him and I were fishing. We were doing some stuff for mega bass down at Hudson Lake in Oklahoma, and Edwin started catching them on the screw head or on docks on that lake. And I've used it very successfully, like on all the docks around Grand Lake, all the docks in Oklahoma. I did real good one time fishing some of the docks up the river at Lake Lanier in Georgia on it, in a little bit more off-colored water. So really good way to catch them, especially if you got a lake that has spotted bass and largemouth in it. But anyway, give it a try, guys. Mega bass, Okashare, screwhead. You can pick them up over at Bait Works. They got them there. And just wanted to pass that little tip along to you because I know it'll put some more fish in the boat for you this fall. So hope you guys are doing good, and talk to you later.